Okay, we're going to talk about the renal portal system and answer the questions: what is a portal system? What is the renal portal system? And what are the roles for the glomeruli, peritubular capillaries, and vasa recta? Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Morton, and I'm the noted anatomist. First, this is what a typical capillary looks like. You have an arteriole that feeds into a capillary and exits a venule. So as blood flows in, blood flows through one capillary. Now, a portal system is different. As blood percolates through a portal system, it goes through two capillaries in sequence. So it goes through an arteriole and then through the first capillary, then to another arteriole, to a second capillary, and out the venule. Excuse me. So blood passes through two capillaries in series before returning to the heart. The three portal systems in the body are the hepatic portal system, hypophyseal portal system, and the renal portal system. Now, the hepatic portal system, one thing that's different is it's a venule to a capillary to a venule to another capillary to a venule, whereas the hypophyseal portal system in the pituitary gland and the renal portal systems are two arterioles through the capillary sequence. For its discussion today, it doesn't matter. So let's now talk about the renal portal system. So the arteriole that starts this renal portal system is called the afferent glomerular arteriole, or AGA, and that feeds into the first capillary, which we know as the glomerulus. Blood exiting through another arteriole is called the efferent glomerular arteriole, or EGA. Afferent means towards, efferent means away from, both in reference to the glomerulus. Well, the efferent glomerular arteriole exiting the glomerulus goes into the second capillary, which is either the peritubular capillaries or vasa recta. This is depending on the type of nephron in the kidney. And then blood exits through a venule. So that was fun. Let's do it again, except for this time with the two different types of nephrons. So the two types of nephrons are cortical nephrons and juxtamedullary nephrons. To see where they're located, let's look at this illustration of the kidney, and that white line shows the difference between the cortex and the medulla. So there's that line, and the cortex is above and the medulla is below, and shing, we put on these two different nephrons. The cortical nephron, and that's the majority of the million nephrons in each of our kidneys. There's 85% of them are cortical nephrons because they're located in the cortex. Juxtamedullary nephron, the prefix juxta means next to the medulla. These nephrons are right along the border of the cortex to the medulla. Think of the cortical nephrons as in you're standing outside the swimming pool and you dip your toes occasionally into the water, like the loop of Henle goes in the medulla. Whereas the juxtamedullary nephrons, they're in the swimming pool and they're poking their heads out and their arms are on the bank of the side of the pool. Okay? The medulla is the pool, and the line's the water, and the cortex outside the pool. I'm spending too much time on that analogy. Wasn't planning on talking about it, but I did. I got to stop talking. All right. Now, the nephron is a portal system and has two capillary beds in series. Let's go through them again. The glomerulus is the first capillary with regards to the cortical nephron. And this first capillary, the glomerulus, is the filter. It creates filtrate from the blood plasma. The efferent glomerular arteriole exits and goes into the peritubular capillaries. This is the second capillary bed for cortical nephrons. Because all these peritubular capillaries are located in the renal cortex, they surround proximal and distal convoluted tubules and the cortical portion of collecting ducts. It's a very extensive branching network, and the main purpose is to reabsorb filtrate and to do some secretion into the tubular fluid. Now, the juxtamedullary nephron also has a glomerulus. That's the first capillary. That's also for filtration. But then the efferent arteriole goes into the vasa recta. This is the second capillary bed for juxtamedullary nephrons. These are located in the renal medulla. This is what surrounds these long loops of Henle for juxtamedullary nephrons. They're long and straight, hence vasa, vessel, recta, straight, and they make this hairpin turn right at the very bottom of the medulla. They also do reabsorption and secretion, but their main purpose is for the counter current mechanism to help maintain the very salty cortical medullary gradient that at the top goes from 300 down to the bottom to 1200 milliosmoles per kilogram. And that, my friends, is the renal portal system in a nutshell.